Hi folks, and welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, I've spent the last hour or so just redesigning my DIY 3D printed cage feeders. Now, I've had these for quite some years now. I don't think I ever showed you these particular varieties before, but basically it's the same as a normal sort of a cage feeder, as you can see. And really all I'm doing by the way of changes today is to change this top thing here where I've got this nylon loop with 2 knots. I just found that a bit of a hassle, so I've redesigned it so it looks just like this, as you can see on the image here. And this is what I ended up with. Now the difference is simply that there's a hole all the way through there, so I only need to do 1 knot instead of 2. And partly the reason for that is because with the arthritis, 1 knot is easier to do than 2. But basically, in all other respects, it's pretty much the same. Now, as you can see down here, I've got the 3 squares rather, small one, the medium-sized 4 squares one, and of course the larger sized 5 squares one. Now, obviously, the lead at the back is just like normal. Obviously, for the small one here, it's right in the sort of the general area, and when you get to the bigger one, it's actually located further down. So this is weight forward as it travels across the water before it hits. So that's all I've really done. And as I say, I've never shown you these before, but what I will do is I'll put a link down below in the description box for you so that you can go to, I think I'll probably put it on Creality.com's website. It's a bit like Thingiverse. You can download the STL file and you can make these for yourselves. Now, in order to make these, all I do is, this is actually a 10 kilo line. It says 20 pound, but 10 kilos is more like 22 pounds, of course. And all I'm going to do, we'll do it on this 3-hole one. I come in close, just literally put the line through, and then just create a single overhand knot. Just tease it down. You can see what I'm doing. There we are, look. Just tease it down until it gets down nearer to the, oops. There we go. And then, because my hands don't work, I've got these pliers, and I put a little bit of tape on the end of them, just so I don't damage the line. But basically, I'm going to pull on each one like that. And then I'm going to cut probably about 1 centimetre away, about there, and so we end up, can you see that? Let me just see. If you can't, let me do that. There we go, now you can see the knot. And literally, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that through like that, tease it inside, and that is the loop for the swivel to go on. In terms of the little weights to go behind it, if I just put 1 in, I think that gives me 15 gram feeders. 2 of them gives me about 20 grams, and 3 would give me sort of 25 grams or so. Now, in terms of size, which I forgot to mention, or I may not have mentioned, I can't remember, these are more or less the same as all sorts of standard feeders. The only difference really is that these probably cost me, I don't know, probably guessing at 10 pence, whereas those things, depending on what they make, can cost, I don't know, up to £3 or even more sometimes. But as I say, I buy sheet lead. In fact, this is the sheet lead I buy just in the local DIY shop. Lasts a long time, and first of all I cut it into strips like that. I use my bandsaw, but you could use shears. And I end up with all of these. Then to put it together, this is Selly's roof and gutter cement, or sealant, translucent. And I find this works better, by the way, than any of the glues I've ever used. All I do, take some of that, just smear it inside there like that. There we go. Take one of these and just push it in. You will get, when you push it down, a little bit of stuff squishing out the sides, but that's okay. For 1 to 20 gram, which is what this one's going to be, just literally put a bit more on there like that. Take the next one, push it in like that. Now, you can see it's all squished out the sides. Just straighten that up a bit. I'll just grab a tissue, wipe off the excess, like that. Just make sure it's properly positioned. And then all I've got to do is I'll just position this other piece of wood down here, just lean it against it like that. And that's how it stays. And it's literally as simple as that. So if you don't want to go out and spend up to £3 on a feeder in the future, just grab the file from down below. Of course, buy yourself a 3D printer. They're quite cheap these days actually, nothing too desperate about it. Grab the file, put it in the printer, and away you go. And that's it. So anyway, that's a good excuse for me to go fishing. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to take this down the local pond and we'll chuck them out and we'll see how we go with them, just to prove that they do actually work. Anyway, that's it for another one, folks. See you next time down on the bank. Bye for now.